Are India and Fiji about to change the balance of power in the Pacific? Sounds crazy, right? But what just happened in New Delhi might actually be one of the smartest geopolitical moves of the year. On 25th August, Fiji's Prime Minister Sitiveni Rabuka walked into Hyderabad House in Delhi, sat across the table from Narendra Modi, and signed a deal that goes way beyond friendship. This wasn't just about defense, this was about health, climate, food, culture, and even lobia seeds. Yes, really. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why this small island nation matters so much to India and how this one partnership could ripple across the entire Indo-Pacific region. So, here's the full story. Let's rewind a little. Fiji is a small island nation in the South Pacific, about 11,000 kilometers away from India. At first glance, it seems like the two countries don't have much in common. One is a billion-plus giant in South Asia, the other is a cluster of islands with less than a million people. But here's where it gets interesting. China has been working overtime in the Pacific, pumping billions into infrastructure and aid, trying to turn these islands into stepping stones for its global influence. And India? India has been watching this very carefully. That's where Fiji comes in. Fiji might be small in size, but it's strategically placed right in the heart of the Pacific. Whoever has influence in Fiji has a say in the wider Pacific. And for India, building strong ties here is like securing a bridgehead into a region that's fast becoming the new arena of global power politics. Now, this visit by Prime Minister Rabuka was more than just smiles and handshakes. This was his first official visit to India as PM, and the agenda was packed. After hours of talks, the two sides announced something big, a broad action plan to expand their defense ties. So, what does that mean in real terms? Here's the breakdown. First, maritime security. Fiji, being an island nation, depends heavily on the ocean. Illegal fishing, smuggling, piracy, even the threat of foreign naval presence, all of these are very real challenges. India stepped up and said, "We'll help." That means training Fiji's security forces, equipping them with modern gear, and basically helping them guard their waters. Think of it like an older brother teaching you self-defense moves, but also giving you the gloves and the pads to train properly. Second, cybersecurity and data protection. Now, this is huge. In today's world, wars aren't just fought with bombs and bullets, they're fought with data. Hacking, cyber spying, fake news, all of that can destabilize nations. So, India and Fiji agreed to share knowledge and strategies on keeping their digital space secure. And third, counterterrorism cooperation. Modi made it clear terrorism is a challenge for all of humanity, not just one or two countries. So the idea is Fiji and India will stand together in this fight too. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. This partnership wasn't just about security. It was also about building stronger people-to-people ties. Let me explain. India announced that it will fund and build a 100-bed super specialty hospital in Suva, Fiji's capital. Not just that, dialysis units, sea ambulances, and Jan Aushadhi centers will also be set up. If you don't know, Jan Aushadhi centers are government-run pharmacies in India that sell medicines at super affordable prices. Imagine the impact of that in a country like Fiji where healthcare access is limited. Oh, and there's even going to be a Jaipur foot camp in Suva where disabled people will get free prosthetic limbs. That's real, life-changing stuff. Now let's shift to agriculture and technology. Modi mentioned how lobia seeds from India are already growing in Fiji's soil. On top of that, India is sending 12 agricultural drones and 2 mobile soil testing labs. These might sound like small details, but they show how India isn't just thinking about grand strategy, it's helping Fiji's farmers directly. And yes, India's Desi Ghee just got approval in Fiji. So the next time someone in Suva eats a roti, there's a good chance it's paired with Indian ghee. But here comes the real challenge, the one that keeps leaders in the Pacific awake at night: climate change. For Fiji, climate change isn't some abstract debate. Rising sea levels are literally threatening their homes, their crops, and their way of life. Entire villages have already had to move because of flooding. So Modi emphasized that India is going to help Fiji strengthen its disaster response systems. Both countries are already working together through the International Solar Alliance, the Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure, and the Global Biofuels Alliance. What this means in plain terms is that India isn't just helping Fiji react to climate change, it's helping it prepare, adapt, and build resilience. And here's where the story zooms out. Modi didn't just talk about Fiji and India, he talked about the global south. He said India and Fiji are partners in building a world order where the independence, ideas, and identity of smaller nations are respected. This is India's way of saying, hey, the world isn't just about the US, China, and Europe. Smaller nations matter too, and we're here to stand with them. Now, let's not forget the cultural ties. Fiji is home to a large Indian origin community, descendants of the Girmitiyas, over 60,000 Indians who were taken there as indentured laborers between 1879 and 1916. Their contribution to Fiji's culture is massive, from Ramayan Mandali groups to Indian festivals that are still celebrated today. Modi welcomed Fiji's decision to celebrate Girmit Day in their honor, calling it a tribute to shared history. This isn't just diplomacy, it's emotion, it's family ties. So we've covered defense, health, agriculture, climate, and culture. But what's the big picture here? Why does this all matter? The challenge is clear: China's growing influence in the Pacific. Over the last decade, China has been aggressively building its presence in island nations, offering loans, building ports, and in some cases, even securing military agreements. For India, this is a red flag. By building deeper ties with Fiji, India is making sure it isn't left out of the Pacific game. Now, this isn't a Hollywood-style rivalry. India isn't trying to outspend China. Instead, it's playing a different game, what some call soft power with strategic teeth. By building hospitals, sending doctors, supplying drones, and supporting Fiji's culture, India is creating goodwill that's harder to break than a loan agreement. It's like planting seeds of trust that grow slowly but last longer. And here's the climax of it all. For India, this partnership with Fiji isn't just about Fiji. It's about the entire Indo-Pacific strategy. When Modi says India and Fiji are partners in a free, inclusive, open, and secure Indo-Pacific, he's sending a message to the world. That message is India is serious about being a player in the Pacific, and it's going to do it through respect, cooperation, and shared growth, not domination. So what's the takeaway here? India and Fiji may be oceans apart, but as Modi said, their aspirations sail in the same boat. Whether it's protecting the seas, fighting cyber threats, battling climate change, or honoring shared history, this partnership shows that small nations and big nations can work together as equals. And maybe, just maybe, this could be a blueprint for how India plans to deal with other small but important nations across the world. So the next time someone asks you, why on earth does India care about Fiji? You'll know the answer. It's not just about two countries, it's about shaping the future of the Indo-Pacific. Watch the next video popping up here. It dives even deeper into how India is countering China's influence across Asia.